Hello, everyone. So, in case you guys haven't heard, Glock has chosen to suicide themselves, okay? So, they've entered into an agreement to discontinue their most popular models. Now, initially, when I first heard about it, I said, okay, they're probably just going to discontinue the Gen 3 stuff, which is entirely what I use, right? It's good enough. I've always been satisfied with it, so I just stick with the Gen 3 stuff. So, the thing with the Gen 3s, the patents have expired, so there's lots of companies out there that make Gen 3 clones, which is what I love using. I love Gen 3 clones. And I was thinking that, hey, the Gen 3s are probably not that profitable for them, so they're probably going to, like I thought that they were going to sacrifice that just to kind of buy their way out of these lawsuits. But I heard, right, that it's going to also be the Gen 4 and the Gen 5s. So exactly what is Glock going to be selling? I mean, I don't know. They don't have anything to sell if they've agreed to discontinue their Gen 5s. Now, I heard they're going to be coming out with a new model, which in my opinion has zero credibility, okay? The reason why Glocks have the reputation that they have is because they go all the way back to the 1980s, and the Gen 1s, there were some issues with them that they corrected in the Gen 2s, and then they made a few more modifications in Gen 3s. So Glock has a long history of making reliable guns. So now they're going to basically trash this design, and they're going to start with something completely different. You know what? They're basically a startup company at this point. Okay, if they're going to discontinue the classic, Glock action design, right, that they had starting with their Glock Gen 1, right, and pretty much follow through all the way to the Gen 5. If they're going to trash that in favor of some other system, it's like, why would anybody think that this is going to be reliable, good? It would have to basically go through that same, 20 plus years of testing to prove itself, okay? I mean, I think I'd rather carry a SIG 320 than the new Glock model that they're going to be putting out there. Why would I think that would be any better than a SIG 320? It makes no sense. I mean, big mistake for Glock, but I mean, I don't run the company, but I just wanted to kind of put this information out there for you guys in case you haven't heard of it. You can definitely expect that your Glocks are going to double and triple in value. Don't sell them. I mean, they'll probably be worth a lot more than just that. But yeah, whatever they put out there, I mean, I'm not the sucker that's going to buy it and test it out there, I'm not going to be the test subject to see if their new models are any good. So somebody else can go do the testing on that. Maybe 20 or 30 years from now, if I'm still around, I'll consider buying whatever new model they put out there. Until then, I would say, stick with the Glock clones. I mean, most of I have a number of factory Glocks, but the Polymer 80s that I built and tested and have shot thousands of rounds on, they've proven themselves to be very, very reliable. That's what I carry. So it's a great design. I mean, it's just a great design that it's really hard to screw up, I mean, yeah, there's, if you're building these yourselves, there's a little, I mean, you got to build up a little experience before you can, really make these guns reliable. But the design is such that, with enough trial and error, you're going to get a very reliable gun out of it. So yeah, again, I'm just putting this out there. If you've got any Glocks, don't sell them because I mean, it's unfortunate, but I think the quality and the reliability of pistols is going to be going downhill really fast. And the other stupid thing about this is, I think the whole issue with the Glocks was the Glock switches, that you could put a switch on the back plate here that trips the sear every time the slide goes forward. Okay, well, you know what? You could take
any striker fire gun that has a backplate, and with enough effort, a little engineering, you can pretty much, get creative and create some type of a mechanism that will trip the sear on any gun every time the slide or the bolt goes forward. Okay, so I mean, it's just absolutely stupid. But anyway, my thoughts on that. I just wanted to make you guys aware of this. Drop some comments. I'll talk to y'all soon.